Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm here to plan in my Plum Paper Daily A5 sized planner. I just did a video like this last month where I plan every day for a week in my Plum Paper Daily Planner, and there was just so much positive feedback that I figured I would go ahead and do it again. I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna do it every single month. I feel like my planning style in this planner doesn't change that frequently, and if it does, it's like a really small tweak. So we'll see how it goes. But for now, I'm enjoying them, you're enjoying them, so let's keep going. So it's actually Tuesday. I did not use my planner yesterday. Yesterday just got away from me. So we are actually gonna be planning Tuesday. And since the last time I filmed this type of video, I have determined that I am a morning of planner. It just works so much better for me to wait until the morning of. And so I've incorporated it as part of my morning routine. So usually I do this at like 6:30 in the morning as part of my morning routine, and it's dark, and I usually sit in the living room. This week I'm doing it after all of my morning routine stuff so that there is natural light that I can use, and I'm already here in my office. But I'm gonna go ahead and put down all the things I did this morning. So my morning routine, workout, clean, get ready, and then film, which is this. And then, well, let's go ahead and write those. I switch. Sometimes I do all the dots and then I go back and write it. Sometimes I do the dots and then I forget what I was gonna write there. So the morning ones are pretty much always the same things I do every single morning. My AM routine of reading and journaling, do some kind of workout. I talked a little bit more about this in my monthly goals video. Pretty much all of these, my workout, my cleaning, all of that can be found in my monthly goals video. Get ready. I feel when I write this down, I will make sure to get ready in the morning, even if I'm not doing like a full face of makeup. I never really do that anymore for a weekday. But even if I'm not even putting on any makeup, like today I actually don't have any makeup on, but I at least did my moisturizer, my sunscreen. I like put a brush through my hair. Like, you know what I mean? I got ready for the day, even if I'm not getting fully ready. And then film the plan with me. Normally I try to do at least one thing that is kind of Plan with Laken business related from 8:30 to 9 before I start my full-time job. This week it's gonna be filming these videos, and I'm just gonna need to do what I normally do during that time, because some days there's like a set thing every week. I'll just have to do that later in the evening. So then it is time for my lunchtime routine. If you watched a recent day in the life, I talked a little bit about some of the new things that I am doing as part of my lunchtime routine. So I'm just gonna write that down. It's all stored in my Routinery app. And then part of that routine is getting out of the apartment and getting outside. And so today I'm actually gonna go to the library is gonna be the one thing that I do during lunch. I made this list actually on Sunday night of things that I wanted to fit in this week if I can. These are the kind of things that, like, if I can get to them during the week, if I have some extra time here and there that I find to work on these, that would be fantastic. But if not, then I will just do them over the weekend. All right, and then after work, right at 5 o'clock is the Club Moxie session. I don't know what to call it. It's like the monthly learning session for Club Moxie, which is the goal setting program that I am doing. And then my communication routine, and then the cook dinner. I mean, it's not really necessary that I put that in my planner, because I definitely am going to cook dinner. This was much more important when I was working in the office, but it's still important now. And I know that going back to the office is not like, it's inevitable. And so I try to make sure I only have one thing that I do in the evenings after work. Today it happens to be this Club Moxie session from 5 to 6. Sometimes it's a Plan with Laken thing, sometimes it's a household thing, sometimes it's one other goal related thing, but I only have one thing to do in the evenings besides my normal communication routine, cook dinner, and then my PM routine, you know, wash my face, brush my teeth, all of those kinds of things. So then I take the rest of the evening to relax. Sometimes if I do have more energy, I will sometimes pull from other to-do lists, but sometimes I just, that's how I leave it. So that's all that I'm gonna put on my planner for now. I don't have any other small to-dos that have popped up yet. I will kind of fill those in as I go, and then I don't have anything else to fill in yet. So I will see you tomorrow. Hello, good morning. It is Wednesday. This is what the end of yesterday ended up looking like. I did do this. I hardly ever come back to my planner in the evening and check off that I did my PM routine. So I don't really know if having it in my planner actually helps me do it. And that's definitely the one routine I struggle with the most, but I'm working on it. So I didn't get too many of my weekly things done, and I added a few more, but let's go ahead and move on to Wednesday. I'm gonna flip this around since I'm writing on this side of the page. So just like yesterday, I'm gonna go in and put the morning things, AM routine, workout, clean, get ready, film. And then I'm a little bit ahead of schedule today, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and do the one thing that I like to do in the mornings before work on Wednesdays, which is schedule the live. I go live every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern to answer questions about all kinds of things, anything, goals, planning, life. I want to make sure I don't mess up trying to do this while I'm talking at the same time. And so on Wednesday mornings, or at some point during the day on Wednesdays, I need to actually schedule the live. This is one of those things I've debated doing in advance, like doing the entire month together, but then it doesn't show up in your YouTube feed on the right day. I'm pretty sure if I, like when I do all my batch filming, if I put all the lattes with Laken for the rest of the month in the schedule, I think they would all show up on that same day, and then they wouldn't show up the day of. I don't know if that would really impact people like knowing about it, because I feel like everybody who comes and hangs out with the live either knew it was happening or saw it in that moment, not necessarily saw it earlier that day. But anyways, I'm rambling now. I don't know if that's actually true. All right, and then during lunch, I have my lunchtime routine, and then for my get outside, I might run to Sephora. There is one thing that I need. The Sephora is not as close as my old Sephora, and so, or even Ulta. I could get it at Ulta too, but Ulta's even further for me now than Sephora. I'm gonna write it down. It's also, and of course my battery died in the middle of that. I don't know what I was saying. Mostly if it rains, I'm not going to Sephora because it's a lot further from my apartment than it used to be. But if it rains, I'm still gonna try to get outside, because that is one of my goals this month, is to get outside every day. But if it's raining, it's just going to be a walk around the block, and that's it. All right, and then after work, I need to do my communication routine, the lattes with Laken at 6. The communication routine, usually I do most of it before the live. I get through as much as I can, and then whatever I don't finish, I do after the live. And then dinner, and then my PM routine. See, part of me feels like these daily planner videos are somewhat repetitive, but I know there was a lot of people requested it. And then I did think of one thing I need to do today. I need to update the Patreon list, and I need to order the poofs for our living room. We finally got a living room rug, and so I want to order some little like ottoman poofs to go on top of it. And that is what today looks like. Hello, good morning. It is Thursday, so let's go ahead and get this day started. Wrapping up from yesterday. This is, you can see where I finished checking off. It ended up raining too hard to go to Sephora, but I had some packages to pick up from my UPS box, so I went and did that instead. And then I did all of these things. And then not shown here is that we stayed up way later than I normally do, catching up on the handmade sale. So I slept in this morning, which means this morning, really all the things that I'm gonna do, I did my morning routine, and then I'm gonna film this. That is the extent of my morning today. So it's going to end up resulting in some things moving around the rest of the day. Normally, in the mornings on Thursdays, I do all of my kind of post-production stuff from my live on Wednesday nights. I go back, I rewatch it, I add any links of things that I said I was gonna add a link for. I pull out any little snippets that I think would make good Instagram captions, like just things like that. So that I normally do this morning, but there is no time for that this morning. So then I would push it to lunch, and I would do it during lunch. But one of my goals this month that I'm really trying to get back into is working out every day. And so I'm actually gonna do my workout during lunch. I'm also gonna put my lunch routine, just the little things like the laundry and eating lunch, I guess, actually eating lunch. Actually, the other thing that I'm gonna do during lunch today, which is, I should add this to my lunch routine on my routinery, is there anything I can do during lunch to make dinner easier. And so I'm gonna put chicken in the crock pot tonight, or for tonight's dinner. Just the chicken, just so that it's easier to shred, and then I'm gonna use that to make chicken salad. So that is my lunchtime. So then after work, I'm still gonna do my communication routine, but then I need to do all my lattes with Laken stuff after work, which is fine. I normally try to do at least 1 hour of Plan with Laken stuff in the evening, and it just kind of varies by day what I end up doing. I don't know why I started to write a W, lattes with Laken. That doesn't even look like anything. And then I might try, we'll see how long this takes me and kind of how I feel. I might try to do some of the home stuff. I've gotten very little done from this list this week, but I want to order shelves for the living room and the kitchen, because then one of my goals this month is to go to Home Goods, and I need to get those shelves before we go to Home Goods, because I might need to pick up some like knickknacks. Nope, not what I meant to write. This is what happens when I talk and write at the same time. So I want to order the shelves, and I want to start our Home Goods list. I don't think we're going to make it there this weekend. We just have a lot going on, but I want to start working on that list. And then I'll get the thank you note. Oh, just marking up my planner here. Get my thank you note done. And I think that's it from this list that I'm gonna actually try to get to today. And then I'll add one more for my PM routine. And that is what today looks like. Good morning, happy Friday. Here is what Thursday ended up looking like. I did some of the house stuff. I ordered the shelves. I did not get the Home Goods list done. I did not do my thank you note. I probably shouldn't count my PM routine. I did like half of a step of it. We stayed up late. I actually stayed up late talking to my mom on the phone. My mom ended up calling me. She was driving somewhere. We ended up talking about wedding stuff. So maybe I could check off some wedding stuff, because my mom and I talked about some things last night. For those of you that don't know, my mom is my matron of honor, and so she has been very helpful with the wedding stuff. So let's move on to Friday. Nope, not that day. Today, last work day of the week, and let's get this week scheduled. I got up on time today, though. I just sacrificed some sleep because I knew I wanted to get, I knew I couldn't move my workout to lunch today, so AM routine workout. I did skip cleaning, though. I am going to get ready, but I'm going to get ready later in the day. I'm not getting ready right now, so it's really just AM routine, workout, and then film this. AM workout. Okay. I need to not try and talk and right at the same time. Oh man. Okay, here we are. And then, so during lunch on Fridays, I meal plan. Actually, normally I meal plan in the morning during my cleaning block on Fridays. I normally don't have like something in my cleaning schedule that I have right now that I'm still a work in progress. I'm still working on. I don't have something to clean on Fridays, so I will do my meal plan, but again, this morning that didn't happen. So I'm gonna meal plan and then go to Trader Joe's. I try to go to Trader Joe's on Fridays because dealing with Trader Joe's on the weekends is a pain. And so I like to go during the day. On Fridays is my usual goal. And then after work, I'm gonna get ready, do my communication routine, and then we are, it doesn't really need a dot because I'm not gonna check it off. We are meeting another couple, one of Sam's groomsmen and his new girlfriend, for happy hour. Well, we're meeting at 7, but we're not getting dinner. I'm actually very confused. I think we're supposed to eat dinner first, and then meet up with them. Because Sam called it happy hour and then he said it was at 7 p.m. So I'm just gonna put drinks. The place we're going to doesn't have like food. Like it's it just has, they have to have food right now because of the restrictions on the city, but they don't like normally sell food. So anyways, I do need to get that thank you note done today. I need to get that in the mail. And then that's it. You can see also by the prior days, right? I have not been filling in this memory section. And I don't know if that's partially because I'm not really doing my memory keeping right now. So the memory section feels kind of useless, even though I do want to go back and do them. And then I had this vlog section put in here when I was doing weekly vlogs. And now that I'm doing a weekly day in the life vlog, the vlog section is a little bit unnecessary. I struggle a lot, and I get this question a lot about the Plum Paper planners and getting them custom with headers. And the first time I ordered it, I got it blank because I wanted to figure it out. And then I felt like I had a groove, so I ordered it with headers to make my life easier. And you probably can't even see the headers really in the with the lighting right now. But while it does make my life easier, then when I want to change my mind, I don't like it. So I'm leaning towards ordering a new one without headers, just because it just doesn't feel necessary. And I mean, I don't know what I would use these sections for. I thought about maybe using the sections for routines, because I literally put like AM routine, communication routine, PM routine on my planner every single day. So could I just put that here instead of having it down here? I don't know. I haven't quite figured that out yet, what I'm gonna do. But this planner literally just started in April. I do have some Plum Paper credits that are gonna expire, so that's what I'm thinking about, getting one without headers, but I haven't quite decided yet. But I just thought I would share my thoughts with you and how on a regular basis, these are the two sections of my planner that I always use, and the rest of it is just kind of up in the air. You know what I've been meaning to do is put stickers with some of my quotes. I've actually launched a couple of products like cups, mugs, wine glass with these quotes on it. And then we also did a sticker sheet with all of the quotes. And so I told myself that I was gonna put one of these quotes on my planner maybe not every day, because there's only 3 different quotes and it would get really repetitive. I also ordered some new stickers last night from a shop that's kind of quotes like this that I could put down here to kind of take up some of that space. I also, let's be honest, have lots of other quote stickers if I just went and looked in my stash. Hello, happy Saturday. It is finally the weekend and I am here to plan out my Saturday. Here's how Friday wrapped up. Guys, I still did not do the thank you note. Do you ever have these things where you just keep moving them over and over and over again? Oh my goodness, I need to do this. Okay, I put this, I don't want to show it what it is, but it's a bill that I need to pay next week. And so I like paper clipped it in on the May tab and it is just not working. Like I can't write on top of that. So I need to figure out another way to store that. That needs to go on next week's to-do list. I didn't want to deal with it yesterday. Okay, so I did all of these things and then we went out with our friends and that was really fun. And now it is Saturday. So best thing about Saturdays is I get to sleep in. And so this planning out my day as part of my morning routine on the weekends, it's already light out. So this is actually happening at the normal time. I'm still gonna go and put my morning routine that I did that. I don't typically work out on the weekends. I try to make Saturday and Sundays my rest days. Sometimes I will work out Saturdays if I skipped a day of the week, like I did this week, but I actually don't have time today. I have a lot of things I need to do before I'm meeting a friend for brunch. I don't know how this didn't end up checked off. Okay, so AM routine. I'm literally just putting that so that I can go ahead and check it off because I already did that. I don't know if that's really necessary. And then filming today, also not really necessary. And then after that, I also already did this thing. I kicked off the vlog. So I'm filming a weekend in the life today, or this weekend, today and tomorrow. That video will already be up by the time this video goes up if you want to check that out. So there are a couple other things that I do need to vlog. I need to vlog my smoothie. I need to vlog, well, all the things I'm doing this weekend, which are a lot of things. And then that's actually all for today. Everything else is either something I'm going to or tomorrow. So Saturdays, I usually do work on PlanwithLaken during the day. Since I work a 9-to-5 job and I like my routines of, you know, getting a full amount of sleep, my AM routine, my workout routine, and all of those things during the week, I don't actually work on PlanwithLaken a ton during the week. So the bulk of the work usually happens on Saturdays. Today, that is not the case. I have a lot of fun things planned for today. I have one PlanwithLaken thing that I want to get done today before I leave. That's for the course that is launching soon. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that. I know what it is. And then I think I'm gonna try and repaint my nails. I chipped a nail last night. I thought I was gonna make it through the weekend without doing it, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and try and repaint my nails before I leave. And then I need to get ready. And then the first thing I'm doing is grabbing brunch with Elise from Plan with Elise. If you do not follow her here on YouTube, she has a YouTube channel. She does a lot of happy planner stuff. and she lives out in Jersey, and so we are grabbing brunch. And then this afternoon, I am going to the Friends apartment bar. I did not know this was a thing. My bridesmaid who lives here told me about it. So the location of the Friends apartment, in the first floor, not actually in the apartment, but in the first floor of the building is a bar. And they apparently have a really great happy hour that starts at 3, but also goes on Saturdays. Cause like who's going to happy hour at 3 p.m. during the weekdays? So that's what we're doing today at 3. And then that's it. Cause I mean, I don't know what's happening after that, if we're gonna get dinner with them, or if Sam and I are just gonna come home and hang out. Like, I don't know what's happening. I am gonna go ahead and film Sunday. I am really working on not working on Sundays. Now, that doesn't mean I don't want my planner set up. And so in a normal, like, weekend, I would still set up my planner for Sunday, tomorrow on Sunday. But to me, like, pulling out the camera and filming is work, and I'm trying not to work on Sundays. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Sunday in my planner as well. So same thing, AM routine, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna have an easy, slow Sunday morning, and then we have brunch plans again with that same couple. So we have brunch with them, and then we're going to the Friends Experience, which is this, it's almost like a museum that they have set up all of the Friends, what's the word? Like the sets. Like they have, it's not the actual stuff. The actual stuff is all at the Warner Brothers tour in California. But they've set up the apartment. They've set up the coffee shop. They've set up all the different like sets of the Friends show for you to, they've set up the couch in the stairwell, like for you to go take a picture at. We were gonna try and do it with the bar, like on the same day, but the bar doesn't do happy hour on Sundays, and the Friends Experience didn't have tickets for Saturday, and this was like the only weekend that worked for all of us. So it's a Friends theme weekend, and that's part of the reason why I'm vlogging it. And so I'm gonna do that. That is what's happening on Sunday. I'm gonna vlog that, and then I need to meal prep. And this is the other thing that I am gonna make sure that I vlog tomorrow and just kind of talk about my meal prep, what I'm doing right now for meal prep. Instead of putting it in the vlog section, I'm just gonna write vlog. And then I definitely need to plan my week and then do my PM routine on Sunday. I do, depending on what we have going on, I will sometimes do my PM routine on Fridays and Saturdays, but I do not have it in my Routinery app to do that. That's one of the things I love about the Routinery app is you can pick what days you want the routine to be for, so then your streak can still continue because you're not actually skipping a day, you just have it slated not to be that day. So for my PM routine, I have it Sunday through Thursday, so basically weekday nights are the nights that it is, I get my streak if I do my PM routine on those nights. Friday and Saturday, if we are staying home and not doing anything, I will go into my app and use that guide to do my PM routine. But I don't, it's not part of my streak. But Sunday, it's time to get back to it. So that is what my weekend is looking like. And that is going to be the end of this video. I hope that you found this helpful. Let me know down in the comments if this is something that you would like to see more regularly. Like I mentioned in the last one, now that I have my own office, it is much easier for me to keep the camera out and do this on a regular basis. So let me know down in the comments. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday focused on helping you achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching. This before. And I added a couple of more.